Another beautiful morning unfolding here in Duluth, Georgia at Sugarloaf Country Club. This is the site of the PGA Tour's AT&T Classic, where today some of the most talented executives in the telecommunications and business world converge to challenge this magnificent 27 holes in the 2007 On Wings of Eagles golf tournament, benefiting junior achievement. We join the players at challenging par 3 number 4 on the Pines 9. Slightly uphill at 137 yards, the green is well guarded by deep bunkers scattered on the right and left sides. Today's hole location is deep center, giving the players an open target for the hole-in-one.
I'm Stan McConnell. I'm playing for the Tecolac team here with my colleagues from Singular. I'm hitting a 9-iron.
Well, Stan imparting a little hokey humor on us with a 9-iron here, a $137 uphill. But he might, you know, he's sort of dripping with testosterone. He's one of those guys that's just loaded, sneaky long, but he's pulled this one, swinging it hard. You know, it'd be better to take the 8 and swing it easy, but you start winding up like that, and you wind up yanking it down the third baseline. So not one of his better shots. The guy's got game. We just didn't see it on that as his caddy underclubbed him. 137, you know, it's a nice smooth 8, and in this situation uphill, it might almost be a full 8 for some players.
Hi, I'm Gregory Johnson, Singular Wireless. I'm enjoying a day out playing with my colleagues here from Tecolac and Tahir, and I'm hitting a 7-iron.
And Gregory, very talented in terms of hand-eye coordination. You know, this is one of those guys you don't want to play him in ping pong. He will really embarrass you. He can school you at a ping pong table. Or shooting pool, for that matter. A game of 9-ball, he'll close you out early. And it looks like he threw that one in the corner pocket. And here's a good look for behind the green at number 4. It's wide open target here. The pin position deep on the green, centered. And really not much wind to deal with. These guys have prime conditions here at Sugarloaf.
I'm John Andrews with Tecolac. I'm playing up to my usual standards today, using a 8-iron.
Yeah, that's a perfect stick. See how he drops those hands straight down? Oh my goodness. That looked like Julie Andrews doing some gardening.
It's in the bunker, right where I like.
And enormous bunkers. Take a look in the background of those bunkers. They are deep.
All right.
And they just seem to spread all over the place. The players don't get much of a look at the green at all here. And they're leaning heavily on the pack mule. Here's a guy that's been carrying the load for much of the day.
My name is Tahir. I'm from Singular Wireless. I'm playing with Tecolac folks and Greg from Singular. I'm hitting a 7-iron. I've never hit a hole-in-one before. This would be the first time.
Well, the giveaway, of course, the tour slacks. You see the way he's dressed, and then the towel hanging out of the corner pocket. You know, that's where the A players are. They bring a towel out on the tee to clean their grips, to dry that off, and out on the green to wipe the schmutz out of the dimples. And Kazi not taking this lightly. He knows there are no balls on the mode stuff. And once again, they're drawing his card here. Batting fourth for a darn good reason. Kazi loves to answer the bell under pressure. That smooth tempo and straight at the flagstick. Be the right one. And nicely done. Kazi on the green just beyond hole high. Look at this, playing the terrain. And he circles that one around nicely. It checks it just about 20 feet from the cup. Our guy might pull out. There it is. There's the cup. About 20 feet, maybe 18. Good look at birdie. We'll join that action right after this. Well, the sad news for you fans at home is that Kazi will not get to putt. It's an elimination scramble, and so since they're using Tahir's ball, he only can coach, you know. And he's going to school on it early, trying to help his teammates. Now, he knows they can make par from here.
Great to me, Greg.
But birdie would leapfrog the field. We haven't seen that many twos on the card here at number 4. So this could be a big move.
You think so? Yeah. Okay.
And McConnell, once again, leads the action. McConnell jumping right in here. He's one of those guys who actually believes he's a better player than he is. You know, that's not a bad thing. I don't mean that in the wrong way, but his positivity is better than his handicap. And that's how it is. You know, Tiger Woods never looks at a shot that he doesn't think he can make. And so Stan the man here trying to pour this one in from 18 feet, hammers it, and just by on the left side.
Still fast.
Well, it's down slope, very fast here. But if you just breathe on it, if you just get it started, it's going to curl to the left. And Johnson not afraid to putt with the leather on. You know, a little bit like Greg Norman in that sense, you know. Not afraid to leave the leather on, the wristwatch still there. You know, Gregory's got a lot of things going on, probably picking up his BlackBerry, making a few contacts between a few holes. You know, he's got a busy schedule. And he was left, and so John Andrews, the team's final chance, and Andrews doesn't really consider himself a scratch player or a single-digit handicapper, but he did purchase the David Toms Tour slacks. You see the extra 2 inches down to the bottom of the khakis, buckling up on his shoes. And these guys have really put Tahir Kazi in a pickle. We're going to let Tahir putt it, not that it'll count for the score, but just for the record, because making a natural birdie here on any of the par 3s at the TPC is something to be proud of. And this just, again, shows you what kind of player he is. He dots the I, he crosses the T. You know, he lines up the title of the ball. He backs up and looks at it twice. And remember, this isn't even for the scorecard. This is just personal pride working here. But that's the thing about the A players. Even in their practice rounds, they play every shot to the best of their ability. Kazi went boldly at it as well, so apparently he picked up nothing from his teammates, but he didn't have to stop it short because they weren't going to be able to use his anyway. But now the comebacker. This is when it gets interesting. 7.5 feet, maybe 8, coming back up the slope. I'll tell you before John putts this one, most players have missed this out on the right side, his right side. They give the hole away out there. Oh no, he pulls it to the low side. And so this time we get to see Kazi in action when it counts. Again, it's the same routine. Sets the ball down, lines up the title, gets back and checks his spot. For you viewers at home, all of the great players are spot players. Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, all the big-time performers, they don't aim at the cup. They aim at a blade of grass, either in front of the cup, behind the cup, next to the cup, but their target is much smaller than the 4.5-inch diameter cup. This to save par. Beautiful. Oh, man. Is he good or what? Tahir Kazi. That's a guy you want to be on his team next time around. And so a nice par for the guys here at tough number 4. Congrats on that. We thank you all for coming out and supporting Junior Achievement. Stay tuned for Insoro highlights.